us.
Yeah, there are many Loom members connected.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get a nice group together here and see what people have to talk about. Are you, I don't know if Europe is getting, I forget, I think I asked you yesterday, getting the rain? We have hurricane-like impending peril of floods and rain, wind, trees down, storms here. Is there anything like that happening in your area?
No weather. It's normal weather for the season.
Not so here. And there's Karina. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Karina.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
I always tilt my head when I say bonjour. Bonjour.
My kids are annoying when I speak in French with them.
I develop habits. I don't know what I do with Polish. I think I clench my teeth. With Korean, 안녕하세요, I automatically bow. Try to talk in Polish, I clench my teeth. And with French, I tilt my head. So
it's a challenge. We choose different, total different languages. English and French, but Korean and Polish.
Yeah, quite different. Do you feel that you have habits like that with other languages you speak? Do you move your head different or?
I use the same. I use my mouth in the same position. Doesn't matter the language.
I don't know if I've ever asked anyone that before.
I learn the language by myself. So before the internet, I was speaking and no one was to correct me. So,
no one correcting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I pick up these habits, but just realize that when I watch myself on webcam, it's very, very automatic. And bonjour. Bonjour. I have to hold my head straight, not to change. Hola, hola. Yeah, hola is a slight tilt. Bonjour is a stronger tilt. Interesting. Yeah. So outside of body gestures, what else do we have to talk about today?
Maybe someone will join us. Where are the? Every time it's Gerard, you.
Right.
Some intruder.
More interest today. I thought Ivan might join us and Abdul Majid might join us.
Yeah. They must
but
come.
So far not. Yeah. And they're online now. Let's see. Well, no, Ivan, right? Ivan is not online at the moment, but Irina sometimes joins. Pilot's been trying, but doesn't want to join. Doesn't want to open a Google account.
Oh, I was talking with him. Don't worry.
And you have to open Google account.
I know where he stays. Yeah. He wants fun only.
And Alice wants to join, but she's had trouble getting her Google account working correctly out of Australia, and the time challenge from Australia is considerable.
We wake up, they go to sleep.
I've been trying, though, to be here in the 24/7 chat at times that are not my best times, that are within reach of other time zones, and
nobody was there.
No, not yet. I have people who say they will, but I don't know if it's that first time fear or other challenges. But so we'll keep trying. There's been a lot more expressed interest, just not following through for whatever reasons yet. Yeah. So people hopefully will leap out, take a giant leap. Will
Yes, but a lot of
turn
them
a
used
real leap.
before chat, so I don't know. It's about the learning English. It's intimidating. The title is so intimidating.
Just
You
the
know?
title of Loop, Learning
Yeah.
English. Huh?
Oh, it's something.
Hmm.
Yes.
But being in the loop with Loop is not intimidating. Come on.
Uh, you want to believe so? I see.
I would love to find this kind of site for French and Polish and Korean practice.
Paul, you work a lot to keep this site. I don't know
Yeah.
why we don't join you. You spend so many hours. It's a full-time job.
Mm-hmm. But I want to find a clone in a French clone and a Polish clone or other language. I am this kind of learner. I am a loop style learner. I cannot be the only one in the world. So I want more something like this or so don't know. Small groups and closed groups. You can find it in closed groups. But I love the openness. I love the surprises of someone new finding us or coming back after 2 years and adding a note or a comment from another culture.
It's a lot of
I like that mystery. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even for me, it's not hard to write something, but I can't go over what to say. Oh, no, maybe it doesn't sound right. Well, so,
But that's okay. You know, being
yeah,
able to be okay with that is the challenge.
yeah, but you know, I knew a lot of people from Loop before to being on Loop, so I know them better than anyone. So I know.
Is that positive?
They are behaving better on Loop. If you,
I have
if
heard
was
that.
your question.
Yeah. I've heard that from several people that there's
Yes, but
more control here, which some like and some don't.
You keep your
We
eye
are what we
on it.
are, and we welcome more voices. And it's fun to see 7 people in the chat on Loop right now.
Yeah.
I miss those days. We used to have 8 to 12 people every day, most of the day, and now it's been quieter and quieter.
Yes, but you cannot trust because many times people is not in front of the computer.
Yeah, you know, I have the sound off, so they don't hear the click of the chat. Hey, we are here. Hey, come join us.
But still nice to see, though. The people aren't hiding as much.
General, you can post on chat to say, hey, come here. Yeah.
Oh, is my link not showing on the? I posted the link for the Hangout. Is it not showing?
I use it.
Oh, you have other with the collocation fun with that in the text chat yesterday.
Collocation from yesterday about what? Can you remember? Hear me?
Yeah, so we talked about Jean's post.
Hit. Also, or what?
We practiced in the text chat.
Yes, and John in the middle time hit his head by the.
Yes, yeah, he had
I
a
don't know where he
bicycle
was. In
accident.
his city in the mountains. I don't know where he was.
Mm.
Hit the ground.
Yes,
But
yeah. Physically, literally hit the ground.
yeah,
Yeah, I hope
ground.
he's okay. Ah,
It's not
yeah.
safe. Bicycle is not safe
Not always, right?
practice. Yeah.
Uh, what is always safe? Yeah. Loop,
Yeah.
not even always safe.
Look,
Things
it's
happen.
safe or no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
we
like it. I like it. Sometimes I get some, but
I
I wish I have more determination. And I
determination
to,
for
to keep my friends posting on loop. They
uh,
come, yeah, it's not for me. It's not. I don't know.
uh, I want to know. We have when I watch the live feed on the bottom left
Yes.
column, we have a few people who do not post, but who visit, and I
Yeah.
want to know who they are.
Yeah.
And
Some I knew.
uh,
If you want to know
yes,
from me,
yes, some
I knew.
some some I know, but what can we do to get them to jump to post? They visit so often. How can you come time after time and not? What is it that they need to motivate them to uh, make the jump?
They come,
Jump
they
in the
read,
pile.
they dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I used to do the same.
Yeah.
So do you
I do the
remember
same.
what made you jump? What made you?
Yeah. Hmm. I, I actually I come when I like the people who joined it. Yeah. If it's anyone I don't like, I don't join. But you know,
Hmm.
I wish you to have satisfaction from this work. From
Mm. Oh,
investment.
I have
Yes.
many moments of satisfaction.
Yeah. Mm.
Um, I would love to find a classroom teacher. I know so many classroom teachers. So if any of you are listening, please contact me. I would love to find someone who's teaching in a classroom, willing to bring their class to Loop and work on a weekly basis in person, 5 or 10 minutes out of the class or before or after the class. Whatever question you're talking about in class, post it on Loop and use the Loop responses in your class. Or else I would love to get a job in a classroom again so that I could be the one to do that, to connect the dots. But I really think that people who are in classes anywhere, any country, if they could get members of their class so that you have the in-person motivation, it helps a lot to have people that you know you can talk to and point something out and show them a post and talk about it first before you add an answer. I would love that
Now, what's the
magic
problem?
to
The
happen.
kids are under 17 if they are school,
Oh,
and the teachers few don't like to have kids to have the possibility to compare your English or the teachers' use of usage of English. You know,
I'm not sure I understand what you are.
because some teachers don't have a good English.
Ah,
You
so
know,
teachers
so when
feeling a
you
little
come
uncomfortable.
and the kids only hear you, oh, something is fishy here. Our teacher doesn't know English so well. We have the big schools invite teacher from England, and they have geography or history or only in German or French or English. They are native speaker. But the Romanian trained teachers don't like. You know, it's after school. A lot of kids go for private hours. So our Romanian teachers lost a lot of candidates.
Yeah.
It's
there is that
industry.
right, and there are challenges in the industry, like most industries. But there are strengths to being a non-native teacher and being willing to ask and discuss. I love when Skumar questions some of our things, and other teachers have in the past, and I welcome the dialogue. And in today's world, online, every business is having that challenge of being questioned and consumers speaking up, and I think it's wonderful and I welcome it. I don't want to scare people away, but it does take a little bit of being willing to maybe be embarrassed and maybe be public with your mistakes. I still make mistakes, and not enough of you correct me. I get all these little polite private messages asking me about something in a post somewhere, but you can do it to me too. That's how we learn.
Yesterday spelled a letter was wrong on spelling idiosyncrasy.
I spelled something crazy? I spelled something wrong?
One letter was
idiosyncrasy.
Idiosyncrasy.
Oh, idiosyncrasy?
Yes. But I let you, because you correct me all the
still,
time, and I know the pain.
Not corrected, and it's still not corrected. So you both noticed, and you didn't correct me?
No.
All right.
No.
All right. But you should. We all, even people known as the best writers of the world, make mistakes.
We don't fish for your mistake.
But it sometimes can be helpful to realize it. I love when, especially quite beginner speaker or writers are willing. Some Saki and Rarietti and others in the past who have been active are willing to communicate. They want to communicate, so they'll make mistakes. And it's beautiful. They are communicating. There is strength in recognizing that as well. Yeah. So welcome. Yeah, Gerard.
I think it's better for an English teacher if they know the native language of the country they are teaching, because they can recognize better the mistakes the native speakers do. I got two teachers from Spain, but both were had a degree in English philology, and they had a very good level. And I think this degree helped a lot about the sounds, the problems we have, and I think it's good.
Yes,
I think
there are definite benefits.
And sometimes here, native English speakers are overrated, because some of them work as teachers and they are not teachers.
Yeah, they have only, I don't know what is, TESOL or what. They need something.
Yes, because one thing is being a teacher, another thing is being a native speaker of a language.
And there are trained educators, teachers who do not like to teach, and they also are not always the best best teachers. When you don't like what you're doing or don't want to be there, it comes through. Yeah.
Gerard, what about your your little country independence from Spain?
I think that's a delicate matter.
Maybe not for a hangout, huh?
Not hang
Okay.
Not
out.
on air.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the same, although I feel like I want to mention it for Black Mara, the Palestinian flag finally flying at the
Yes.
UN. A lot of political controversy, but a lot of pride can be part of flags, and I feel happy just because I know her and I know I know her a little, and I know she feels proud. And I remember when I first posted years ago asking people to share their flag, I remember her saying, or the member map, and it didn't acknowledge Palestine. And yeah, the
Yeah, was
political nuances can be such a challenge, but on Loop we try to talk and share and dream of a day when everyone can discuss things without
yes. A few
fear.
years ago, I enrolled in Coursera. Was a course about why wars, wars. Yeah, wars.
Why do we have war? Why are there
Why
wars?
yeah, wars will never end. I follow 2 weeks and after I left because I really don't want to know.
Mm.
And anyway, now I am inclined to believe it's impossible to live in peace.
That's
Because every time
hard to
will
believe. We
come
can't find it.
someone, yeah,
Mm.
someone when want to take the leadership. And this is the reason I understand why Palestine and Israel will be in
Yeah, and it's
conflict.
been that way for as long as we've had any oral tradition or written documentation.
Yeah.
From any place there have been these issues.
Yes, but we want to know why. Now we can communicate. We have Skype. We have many ways to communicate, to
Yeah,
come to a peaceful solution, but still not.
right? And individuals seem to agree that it doesn't have to be this way, but finding a way where it's not this way
Yeah.
is not so easy.
I believe citizens want peace. Every the big majority of population want to live in peace. But I don't know who's the culprit of the war. Is the government? Is something behind the government? Because doesn't make sense most of the time, at least for me. Why?
When I look at small scale peace or war, like within a relationship, with my husband and I, or my family and I, we don't live in peace either.
Yeah.
So there does seem to be some human nature that makes it a very difficult
ingrained in our brain. We need to fight for something, doesn't matter what.
Or if you study nature, there isn't peace. So we may not ever achieve it completely, but it is wonderful to be able to learn from others. I get surprised by things still quite often. I never thought of that.
Yeah, you are right. In families are mini wars,
and
mini drama.
right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
drama. We talked about drama the other day too. Food is something many people can connect around, and yet I'm still quite often surprised by food and the differences from place to place of what people will eat. So the other day we in a small group of people I know had an interesting discussion about sauerkraut. Do you know what sauerkraut
Of
is?
course.
Of course.
Of course, I like it.
Gerard, do you know sauerkraut?
It rings a bell, but I don't know now. I don't remember.
So how would you describe sauerkraut, Krina?
It's cabbage with salt and cold water, some spices if you want, if some carrots, and at the room temperature for fermentation.
I don't know if the Spanish cuisine has any form of sauerkraut or not. Is cabbage a big part of Spanish diets?
They eat fresh fruits, they don't eat conserves a lot.
I don't know. Gerard, cabbage or some, is that something you eat often?
Yes, but not often. Time to time.
Okay. And
Try to
raw or cooked?
boiled
Boiled cabbage. Yeah.
with other vegetables.
Okay. I love coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Many different types of coleslaw. Much of the coleslaw you find in the U.S. is, like many things, too sweet. But that's raw cabbage sliced or chopped or shredded in small pieces and with a mayonnaise-based.
We don't use mayonnaise for many dishes, and we don't add sugar to food.
So this type of thing is very different culture to culture, but it's part of the culture. Yeah. So sauerkraut, I'm assuming, is a German word originally. And in restaurants is where I first, a German restaurant is where I first was introduced to sauerkraut that I remember. And such stereotyping. But a lot of culture comes associated with different foods and assumptions we might make about people. In Korea, kimchi was their fermented cabbage dish, or is their daily, 3 times a day. Many people
it's
eat.
radish or cabbage kimchi?
A radish is radish-based.
Yeah. Oh, horrible. Mountains. When you go to an international store, you see a mountain of radish.
But you're saying horrible. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be there this time of year. The excitement in the air, the wagons.
A mountain. First time I saw a mountain, and I was looking. Oh, Korean food. What they are doing? Big radishes. We have a red radish, small, spring there.
Hello.
Ivan, finally you wake up.
Yeah. So after experiencing an autumn in Korea, I wanted to try kimchi. So the cultural connections that come with food bring understanding with anything. The more you immerse yourself into an effort to learn about another culture, the more everything starts to make more sense. The geography, uh, visiting Europe and seeing things that I had seen in the pages of a book, but seeing it, feeling it, smelling it, tasting it, experiencing it is a very different element.
Korea, it's a country loved by everybody who goes there. I never heard someone talk bad about Korea after visit. Even now, maybe it's the only country where everyone say, "Oh, it's wonderful. The food, the people, the nature, everything."
I've heard many people have not so nice things to say, but they're
was there and come back to say something bad.
Yeah, but a lot of it depends on your attitude to visit a place.
I guess they are very kind people.
Yes.
Not
yeah, the pollution and the yellow dust.
Humility and it's a national trait.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not the same with Europe and America.
So another conversation I had this week was someone trying to quiz me on Alaska and asking me about the culture of Alaska. So what thoughts come to your mind? What do you know about Alaska?
It's cold.
Cold.
It's a little too cold.
If you know me, that means I don't care much about Alaska because of the cold.
You want to go there? You'll stay in the plane. You don't go there. They have to bring you back.
It's not been on my list of places to visit. But my husband would love to go. My daughter would love to go. My Aunt Bonnie would love to go.
Together.
They can go. That's what I told them. they can go. I'll be happy to see their photos and hear their stories.
Definitely. You need to be prepared for Alaska.
Yeah, so pioneers almost. I think of people who moved to live in Alaska as almost like pioneers trying to explore new territory. And I feel the same about Siberia. Ivan, have you been to Siberia?
Siberia is like 100 kilometers from me.
It's
100 kilometers. 100 kilometers from me. Sorry, sometimes I say numbers in Russian. I don't know why.
Have you been there? Have you ever been?
Yes, it's very close. It's very simple.
And have you been far up into Siberia?
Siberia is huge. It's very huge.
So is Alaska.
But I live in an area when it's almost nothing different with Siberia. So
really?
Yes.
He's in north of.
Yes, I'm living Ural area, Ural mountains. It's the mountains which border for Siberia.
Yes. Ivan is close to Asian part of Russia.
I have I don't know what is it. It's stick. One side of them is Europe and second one is Asia, and it's 10 kilometers from me.
Okay. Very close to the border. Yeah.
It's not a stick. It's like sign or I don't know the right word, but it's a big monument with Europa and Asia signs.
What is the name, Quali?
There is a name in English for that.
I don't know. Border marker? I don't know.
Border marker, da.
Post. Sometimes people use post.
It's a border marker.
Yeah, so you're very close to that. Yeah. For me, I don't know why, but there's something special for me about standing right where supposedly this is here and this is here. On our last debate, wants to be
Everyone likes
there,
to
right? Yeah, yeah. Why?
a lot of buses around this border marker. Everyone did the photo and so on. Everyone
Ah.
likes this.
Yeah. Yes. Now I am Europe. Now I am Asia.
Yeah.
In my place, some people work in Asia and live in Europe, and vice versa.
When I,
It's a feeling of liberation.
yeah, seems strange. What seems stranger to me is when that border is also a time zone change. So if you live in one time zone and work in another time zone, I would
Not in that case. Not in that case.
not here. But in the U.S., this happens a lot. People live, and that has to be odd. I think I would struggle with waking up at 8 o'clock and then being at work at 8 o'clock because the time zone changes is something I can't imagine as a daily experience, but part of a culture of a place. So I did not know how to answer this question about Alaska because all I have in my head are stereotypes.
It's only fear in your mind.
Yeah, it's cold. There are glaciers. There are fish. There are bears. There are
Yes,
the beautiful sky.
you just described my place.
Too much light one time and too long night after.
I remember learning that in Alaska there are times of the year, and I don't know if this is true for you, Ivan, but where you only have 2 or 3 hours of sunlight, daylight. The rest is dark because of their position.
It's on the north, close to the north, but I'm not so close. So we have like 8 hours of daylight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it has to be a different cultural feeling when you have darkness for 20 hours a day.
Yes.
I don't know if I...
In Russia, we have places when we have night at whole winter. So it's never day. It's polar night and polar day. Yeah. And polar night like for 3 months.
Depressing.
Yeah, it does not sound appealing to me.
It's not appealing for everyone.
Yeah, you are right, Ivan. They have to do, but
people who live in such place do it for work, for something, not for pleasure.
And there is that stereotype of Alaska that people have the opportunity to make a lot of money. Buku dollars, we say. Boku or buku dollars. We both ways. Boku, buku. We use French and then English.
Yes.
Mucho dollars, right? We have many different expressions. So we will make lots of money, or you can, if you take a job in Alaska, you can make lots of money. Cha-ching, yes, cha-ching, cha-ching. Many expressions for that. And there are people who go and they do their 1 year and then they flee. They come back to wherever they are from. And others stay for years and years and find something that works for their personality.
I know many people who works on the north, and it's all about your personality. Some people like to do it, but some people don't want any money after they try it.
Money does not have the same importance. There's more to life than money. But so when you have the stories, and I don't have Alaska stories, so this student was very disappointed in me, and I was not very helpful. But I am not a cold person. I lived in Syracuse for 26 years. I don't care if I ever see snow again. I don't care if I ever touch snow again. I don't need that level of cold. I put my time in. And others love it. Others can't wait for ski season. Can't wait to bundle up and go out and slide. Yes, go ahead.
It's my case. I can't wait for snow, but we will have. But we will have it on next week or maybe 1 week ago.
Oh,
1 week
really?
long.
Already?
Yes. On the north of my area, it's already snow.
You can
Bad news. Bad news.
It's very good news. It's very good news because we have a short time.
It's bad news, I say.
We have a very short summer, and time between summer and winter is very bad. It's always wet, it's always mud, and nothing good. So we all wait for snow like a miracle.
Yeah, we have mud. Speaking of mud, we have lots of mud. I'm a little fearful of what's coming this weekend. We have a huge storm, hurricane that may hit the coast, and so much rain. Oh my gosh!
But you are far from the coast, no?
Yes, but not from the rain, not from the effects of the hurricane, the wind and the rain. And the ground is very wet now because we've had 7 inches of rain this week already. And the trees like to fall when the wind comes and the ground is wet. And I live in the woods, so trees falling are not my favorite thing.
No one loves this over his house.
So you may have a new view if a tree falls on my office this week. But yeah, so we're a little watching the news because the storms, as the hurricanes tend to do, is deciding its path today and where it's going to head tomorrow. But the rain this week was so hard. It washed all I dug the dirt and planted my seeds, and my nice little garden plot is in a new place in a different part of the yard. So my neighbors will have beautiful flowers in the spring, maybe. Washed away.
So bad, this? It is so bad?
No. It's awful. It's a mess out there, and I'm not going to fix it until next week when this next storm is done. Yeah. So, Ivan, what do you do in the snow? What do you like about snow?
I like skiing very much. I do cross-country skiing, not from mountains, but for
cross-country. Good exercise.
Yes, I like it very much. And I have a special backpack when my boy sits, and he likes it very much too.
Oh, really? Oh, what fun. Wow.
Also, I have a special trained dog who pulled me or other people. He likes it very much. It's
with
like
a sled?
Sled or skis, it's okay for him too. So we have a special rope,
really? To pull you while you're on your skis. Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Post some pictures.
I am photo spammer. I always put pictures in my Google Plus so you can see it on winter.
Fun. That sounds like fun.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good. And I live in the border of forest, so forest starting just in few meters from me, so we can start exercising in any time. If I have 1 hour break from walk, I can start skiing.
That's what I loved about living in Korea, was 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes from my door to the base of the mountain trail, and I could be hiking in 3 minutes. Fantastic. I would love to have that again. That was wonderful.
Other people likes trampoline skiing and uh, ice blades, skating on ice blades, and um, how to say it, and sleds for snow, snowmobiles, and so on. It's honestly, Russia have a bad roads, but not in winter, because at winter you don't need roads at all.
Well, it's wonderful that you embrace it since you live there. It's nice that you enjoy it. I do have a little excuse. I have a circulatory disease that my hands and feet turn white and blue and stiff in low temperatures that other people are warm in. So I have had a few snowshoeing. Do you go snowshoeing? While I was snowshoeing years ago, I had to be carried down the mountain because my circulation totally stopped functioning to the point where I couldn't move. So I do have a fear of being caught in the cold, and a legitimate fear of a sort. But I can prepare and bundle up, but I just, no, I do not enjoy winter sports. They are not my preference at all. But certainly many people have great fun in the snow. And then others who have never felt it. It's been fun as an educator here teaching English to speakers of other languages who visit the U.S. and experience snow for the first time. It's fun to watch an adult experience snow for the first time.
Yes,
didn't see snow before, no? Or sliding.
Gerard, yes? Any snow experience?
No, you need to go to visit Ivan in the middle of the winter.
In my place, it's not usual having a snow during the winter, but from time to time, sometimes a snow falls and make a lot of problems because we are not used to have snow.
Another cultural experience, moving from New York to Virginia, yes, when you're prepared for snow and when you are not. Yeah. In Syracuse, where they get 200 inches a year of snow, you go to school. If there's snow, you still go to school. But in Virginia, the schools, you get 2 inches or 1 inch of snow, and everything is closed for 3 or 4 days. And it is serious. There is a reason to close because they are not prepared to deal with it. Yeah.
It is any festival in your city in October?
She's leading up to what? What are you leading up to? You've been writing about this a lot. Yeah? In October, you've been writing like about Halloween.
No, Halloween. Oktoberfest, like in German.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. With dance, music, food.
Right.
Not Halloween.
I'm much happier talking about Oktoberfests than Halloween. Now, Halloween is not my favorite holiday.
Didn't pass my mind Halloween to be a festival.
Yeah, so you and Gerard probably, and maybe Ivan probably have nice stories about Oktoberfests.
No, not me.
What is that?
No, we don't have such holidays.
No, the church don't have a party. I love Paris at church. I don't know why. It's not nice, but I like them.
Does Spain celebrate autumn with an autumn festival or Oktoberfest?
Not really.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
see, now I'm learning something. Wow. I thought
What
that
you
was an
doing?
around the world seasonal thing. Huh. But maybe you don't need to because you can grow things almost all year long. But in Russia, there is a season, a harvest season. You don't have a harvest festival?
Russia is big. In my place, it's industrial place. So we have snow for 9 months. We have snow for 9 months. 9 months. So it's not like for good for gathering something.
Okay, so you would describe your area as an industrial area?
Yes, yes,
Ah,
yes.
okay, that would make the difference. Gerard,
Yes,
though, certainly his area has agriculture, but no harvest festival, huh?
No, not really.
Maybe you don't know, Gerard. You stay and learn too much English.
No, we
Yeah.
have many.
When to know? You go to work and learn English.
No.
Let him speak.
In Spain,
Say what you are doing.
when in Spain, in small villages, they have one city have a festival of one product. For instance, eggs or garlic or
So cool.
yeah, many things of cheese
Oh,
or cherries. Yes,
we don't
many
have something like this.
different festivals. So what they feel more close to the population, the product they feel more close because they go raise this product.
The cheese festival. Oh, I need to be there. I love cheese.
I was at a meeting recently where we were each asked to bring something, some small object, and share a story. And one woman brought this beautiful little crock, and she opened it and shared cherries, dried cherries from where she grew up, was in a cherry, in Michigan, in a cherry producing area. And it was fun to hear her talk about the culture of living in a heavy cherries were the life and income of that area. We've got links we're sharing here. What are you sharing with us?
You asked me for photo of snow.
Snow. I don't want to look at snow.
Oh, it's like a picture. Doesn't look like a photography.
Yes, it's my son on last winter.
Is the middle sun or the middle, no?
Oh, well, yeah, that looks like Syracuse.
So cute.
Yeah.
I just mentioned it because it's how you describe the adults like to first experience with snow. It was the same for my boy.
Yeah. It is. It's magical the first time. Yeah.
But the second, it isn't.
That depends on one's point of view, and I admit my bias is not in the best attitude direction. Fun, yeah. So, Karina, what is Oktoberfest? It looks like you are the Oktoberfest expert.
I'm not expert. I'm a consumer. I like. Yes, the time when all the fruits are sweet, and this is the reason I like. I don't like sour fruit. I like very sweet apples, very sweet grapes, and what I like is the final product of grapes.
The wine. Why?
You said, I didn't say. No, I was thinking about grape juice.
Okay.
But fermented after fermenting. But if you drink the
It sounds like
fresh squeezed, fresh squeezed grape juice, let under the sun like few hours and start the fermentation process, and it's funny when you taste it. Yeah.
Autumn is wonderful, the harvest, so many things. I love visiting the markets. This
is the time when we
this
have
one.
Lamb, what lamb is sheep, yeah, sheep fried over open fire.
Oh, really? On a spit. We
Yeah.
often say on
How
a
you
spit.
say in a spit? Yeah.
On a spit.
Yeah. For hours. It's like a rotisserie. Yeah. And you look, and you lost your patience. Waiting for
it's time to eat. Fork and knife in hand. I'm ready. Food tastes better on a crisp autumn day. Yes. Apples and leaves blowing, and the smell of autumn I like. Squash and pumpkins. And
we don't eat the big seed pumpkins.
Oh, really? You don't eat very many pumpkins?
No. Sometimes, but it's a cheap food.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah. No, that was one crop we succeeded in this year, our winter squash. We just had some last night, actually.
Yes, in the oven, roasted with cinnamon and sugar.
No, I like it just plain. It's naturally sweet enough, so I just boil it and mash it. Warren adds butter.
You make like a puree.
But that's my favorite way. It's just in chunks or puree. Just natural. It's just yum. Yeah. So the harvest is excitement time for me, and the colors are warm and embracing. October's like a big hug.
Church has a festival in fall. Late September or in October?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
every
where.
Church has
every church?
Yeah.
A special ceremony of some sort? Or special service?
Yeah. The people gather there and have a good time. Sometimes music is not allowed, but drinks are allowed because our God bless us with the wine. Our God is a very nice guy. Yes.
There are many outdoor festivals here in the fall, many that honor, supposedly honor, maybe it's not such an honor, but German roots or European influence in the U.S. So there will be traditional clothing and traditional music and instruments and lots of great food, apple pie. Wine festival, yeah, many of those here now too, gaining in popularity. So that makes me want to ask a question, and I do not mean to be rude. but I understand that vodka is very important in Russian culture. Are there vodka festivals?
Of course not. Vodka important only in only for foreigners or for Hollywood films, movies. It's the same like beers, like communism and something else.
So we have beer festivals too, but I was serious. Are there festivals where you learn how to make vodka and flavor vodka and taste vodka?
But you can make home vodka, Ivan?
Sorry, once more.
You can make at home vodka? You know the process? Because I make wine, I make like your vodka, it's from is distillation from
potatoes, I think.
No potatoes, I don't.
No? Oh, potatoes is what I know.
Plums.
Long time ago, when Soviet Union had an action anti-alcoholic events, some people do that, but there is no reason to do that because it's always worse than what you can buy. So if I'm right, in America, in USA, sometimes it was too some anti-alcoholic action. Yes, and people do the same, distillation and so on. So it's not about country; it's about how people like
moonshine. You call it moonshine?
Moonshine when they make whiskey up in the hills. Yeah, there are still moonshiners here. You can still buy moonshine if you know the right people, and they.
I make mine.
Some people like the nostalgia.
It's definitely legal here. It's not a problem. You can do it, but as I know, not so many people like to do it. So, for example, I don't know anyone.
So it's always good, in my opinion, it's always good to bash some stereotypes. So I like to hear, but it's also too easy for me to talk to a few people and then develop new stereotypes. It's hard not to in stereotypes when you haven't experienced another culture.
But honestly, it's very popular question. Everyone asks me about vodka, about beers, about snow. So it's like Russia looks for other people.
Yes, unfortunately, it's a strong stereotype. Yeah.
It's not,
but
it's
I
not
have spoken with other Russians who say that vodka is fairly omnipresent in most homes.
It's what
but I've never asked about a festival. Yeah.
It's what I started because we like these stereotypes. All Russian likes. We like to foolish people. We always saying, yes, I have a beer in my home. Yes, I drink vodka at breakfast each day, and my boy too.
Breakfast?
You play chess?
No.
So, like, as I know, everyone like to do that. It's just a joking, but not so serious.
Karina mentioned plums. I remember when I was in France, my friend's father gave me some of his plum wine that was delicious. And another hour has gone. Not exactly in the direction I expected today, but
the pictures was awful too.
The teacher was awful?
The pictures of the day.
Yes, I was a little hesitant to go to them today. Yeah. Some were not so happy. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.